Good morning, Facebook, YouTube, Daily Motion, and Twitter. This is Rich again, back for your first video blog of the day for Thursday, January 29th, 2015, around 7:04 in the morning in Billerica, Massachusetts. The sun's coming up, but real cold. It's about 0 degrees out, but we're going to rebound close to freezing today, and tomorrow in this area could be 2 chances of snow, and some of it could be significant, especially the second round of snow. There's a winter weather advisory north of Boston area for anywhere between 1 to as much as 8 inches. Unbelievable. And Monday's storm could be off. Some news to report. The Minnesota Timberwolves beat the Boston Celtics by the score of 110-98 last night, and Louisville beat BC's men's basketball team by a score of 81-72 at the Heights. And tonight is the NBA's All-Star Reserves are going to be announced at 7 p.m. on TNT with Ernie Johnson, Charles Barkley, Kenny Smith, and Shaquille O'Neal. No Celtics players are expected to be named to the Eastern Conference team. And that's about it on that. And my first subject of the day is about the top 10 players in San Diego Padres history. The San Diego Padres have been in the National League since 1969. For many years, they were an awful team, but in the 80s, they won the 1984 NL West title, and then they made the World Series, lost in 5 games to the Detroit Tigers. They had competitive teams in the 80s and 90s. Had 2 playoff appearances in the 90s, made another World Series, had like 2 playoff appearances in the 2000s, and they've won 5 Western Division titles in the National League. In 2015, they're a dark horse to win the National League West title. And here are the top 10 players in Padres history. Number 10 on the all-time list is outfielder Greg Vaughn. Greg had a career average of 245, 78 home runs, 198 RBIs, 263 hits. He holds the record for most home runs by a Padre in a season with 50 in 1998. He comes in at number 10, number 9 on the all-time list of greatest Padres players of all time. Benito Santiago, catches 264 average, 85 home runs, 375 RBI, 758 hits. He had a 34-game hitting streak in 1987, and towards the end of his Padres career, he wore the number 09. Number 8 on the all-time list of greatest Padres players of all time, Alan Wiggins. Alan was a second baseman. He for the Padres for about 6 seasons. 260 career average, 4 home runs, 71 RBIs, 265 hits. He stole a lot of bases. He holds the record for most stolen bases in seasons by a Padres player with 70 in 1984. But tragically, he passed away in 1991 only at the age of 34. Sad. Number 7 on the all-time list of greatest Padres players of all time, Ryan Kletzko, outfielder. Ryan played about 6 seasons with the Padres, 279 career average, 133 home runs, 493 RBIs, 786 hits. He comes in at number 7. Number 6 on the all-time list of greatest Padres players of all time, first baseman Fred McGriff, the Crime Dog. The Crime Dog had a career average with the Padres, 281. 84 home runs, 256 RBIs, and 382 hits. Fred led the National League in home runs with 35 in 1992. Number 5 on the all-time list of greatest Padres players of all time, Chase Utley, third baseman. Chase had a career average with the Padres, 266, 84 home runs, 401 RBIs, 873 hits. 2012 National League RBI champion. He comes in at number 5. Number 4 on the all-time list of greatest Padres players of all time, Ken Caminiti. Ken was a third baseman for the Padres for about 5 seasons. 295 career average, 121 home runs, 396 RBIs, 592 hits. He's the first and only player in Padres history to date to win the National League Most Valuable Player Award back in 1996, but Ken admitted during the 1996 season he was on PED. He used PED. And he tragically passed away in 2004. Number 3 on the all-time list of greatest Padres players of all time, outfielder Dave Winfield. Dave had a career average of 284, 154 home runs, 626 RBIs, and 1,134 hits in a Padres uniform. He led the National League in RBIs in 1979, and he finished third in the MVP balloting that year. Dave comes in at number 3. Number 2 on the all-time list of greatest Padres players of all time, first baseman Nate Colbert. Nate had a career average of 253, 163 home runs, 481 RBIs, and 780 hits. He's still the all-time home run king in Padres history 40 years after playing his last game with the Padres. And number 1 on the all-time list of greatest Padres players of all time, Tony Gwynn, outfielder, 338 career average, 135 home runs, 1,138 RBIs, 3,141 hits. He's Mr. Padre, number 19, retired by the Padres. He won several National League batting champions, and sadly, he passed away last year at the age of 54. And Tony Gwynn's the best Padre ever. That's about it on that. Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, and Daily Motion. Be back later for 2 more video blogs. The next video blog will be about staying in California. We're going to talk about the 5 AHL teams that was moving to the Golden State, and how is this going to be a boon to the American Hockey League. And the third and final video blog of the night is about the classic TV show Barnaby Jones that lasted 8 seasons in CBS. And tomorrow will be the top 10 greatest Padres pitchers of all time. The weekend will be the top 10 places that should host a WrestleMania pay-per-view in the near future. And Sunday, the top 10 places that should have the NHL Winter Classic / Stadium Series. And the top 10 list might be taking a couple of days off next week. And also, beginning Saturday will be the start of all the personality profiles during the month of February about famous African-American people. Because it's Black History Month, I'm going to have a head start on Saturday with Jackie Roosevelt Robinson, the personality profile, because he would have been 96 on Saturday. And I'll tell you about him. And then Sunday is going to be Steve Harvey. Monday is going to be about former WWE superstar The Godfather. Come get back on the whole train. And definitely sooner than later, video blogs about 2 leggy blondes, Julie Broughton and Heidi Pratt. See you later.